Let's face it, most men spend their lives chasing, often desperately, trying to gain women's attention. But what if you could reverse that dynamic? What if, instead, you created a magnetic presence that made women pursue you? This isn't about slick pickup tricks or manipulation. It's about tapping into something much deeper, a psychological truth. Women are instinctively drawn to men who exhibit timeless qualities, calm confidence, inner purpose, and self-mastery. That's where Stoicism becomes your secret weapon. Unlike the reactive approval-seeking man, the Stoic man navigates life with quiet strength. He doesn't crave attention, he simply doesn't need it. He earns respect by staying deeply connected to his mission. That kind of presence is magnetic. It stirs something primal. A deep subconscious drive in women to pursue what isn't easily won. In this video, I'll walk you through the core Stoic traits that naturally make women chase you, without you ever needing to play games or lower your standards. 1. Master the power of detachment. Women are often more attracted to men who don't cling desperately to their attention. Detachment through the lens of Stoicism doesn't mean being cold or emotionally unavailable. It means placing your inner peace above the need for external approval. That mindset creates an air of self-reliance and mystery that sparks curiosity and attraction. True detachment is about emotional self-control. It's knowing that your sense of worth isn't tied to someone else's approval. Rejection doesn't throw you off, and praise doesn't inflate your ego. You become steady and centered, untouched by the emotional rollercoaster most men ride. Why does this work? Psychologically, people value what's rare. When a woman senses you're not constantly seeking her validation, she starts to wonder why. That shift is powerful. It makes her want to pursue you. Detachment also signals high self-worth. A man who's willing to walk away from situations that don't serve him is a man who respects his time and energy. And that kind of self is deeply attractive. How to cultivate detachment? Fill your life. Stay engaged with your goals, health, and passions. A full schedule leaves little room for over-investing in others. Respond, don't react. If plans fall through, or texts go unanswered, stay calm. Your life moves forward either way. Reflect stoically. Ask yourself often, does this really matter in the grand scheme of things? At its heart, detachment isn't about pushing people away. It's about becoming the kind of man who's fulfilled on his own. And that's what makes women chase him. 2. Build magnetic confidence through purpose. There's nothing more compelling than true confidence, not the loud, arrogant kind, but the deep-rooted, steady belief in yourself, and that confidence. It's forged through living with purpose. Why does purpose matter? Because when you're grounded in a clear direction, you radiate a focused energy that naturally attracts. Purpose gives you drive, resilience, and a strong identity, so you no longer need external validation, including from women. From a psychological standpoint, women are drawn to men with purpose because it signals direction and leadership. A man on a mission offers emotional security. He's the one steering the ship, and that's someone others want to follow. The difference is clear. A man without purpose is easily thrown off course. A man with it stays the path, calm and composed, and that composure under pressure is magnetic. How to find and live your purpose. Discover your passions. What excites you? What makes you lose track of time? Set long-term goals and break them down into actionable steps. Eliminate distractions, reduce screen time, and cut habits that waste your energy. Confidence that stems from purpose doesn't need approval. It's rooted in something real, and when you walk through life with that presence, women notice. 3. Make emotional composure your superpower. Picture a stressful moment, a heated exchange, a sudden setback. Most people react impulsively, snapping, over-explaining, losing control. But the man who stays calm, composed, and centered, he leaves a lasting impression. Emotional composure signals strength. It's not just about staying cool under pressure, it shows you can handle life without breaking. That's rare, and women are instinctively drawn to it. This strength comes from the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control and releasing what you can't. Life throws curveballs, rejection, failure, unexpected challenges. How you respond defines you. Psychologically, emotional steadiness creates a sense of safety. Women are pulled toward men who remain grounded, not those who spiral when things go wrong. To build this trait, pause before reacting, take a breath and count to 3. Reframe challenges. Ask, what can I learn from this? Write it out. Journaling helps process emotions with clarity. A man with emotional composure is a pillar of strength, calm, reliable, and unshaken. And that's exactly the kind of man women feel compelled to chase. 4. Be a challenge worth pursuing. Here's a truth that stings. People tend to value what they have to work for, and attraction is no exception. Women are often more drawn to men who are a challenge. Not because they like rejection, but because they respect effort. When a man is too available or constantly seeking to please, it reads as one thing: desperation, and nothing kills attraction faster, but a man who's selective with his time and energy, he becomes someone worth pursuing. Why? Because scarcity increases value. When your attention isn't freely given, it becomes something others want to earn. Being a challenge isn't about being distant or arrogant. It's about living life on your terms, not letting others control your time or choices. How to embody this? Stay focused, live with intention, chase your goals, avoid validation seeking, don't overcompliment or cling. Protect your time, say no when necessary, and keep your standards high. Women don't crave what's handed to them, they crave what's earned. When you make yourself a challenge, you become a rare opportunity. And rare opportunities get chased. 5. Use the power of non-needness. Notice how some men attract attention effortlessly, without saying a word. That quiet confidence, that indifference is what we call non-neediness, and it's powerful. Non-neediness isn't disinterest, it's about being so grounded in who you are that you don't seek validation to feel secure. That kind of energy is magnetic because it signals abundance. Psychologically, non-neediness suggests you have options. You're not desperate, you're fulfilled, and women are naturally drawn to that. On the other hand, neediness reeks of insecurity. Constant texting, trying too hard to impress. It's a repelling energy. To develop non-neediness, focus on your life, pursue your goals, hobbies, and personal growth. Keep communication balanced. No overtexting or constant updates. Cultivate an abundance mindset. No one person defines your worth. When you live with non-neediness, you project strength, and confidence. And that's the kind of presence women want to chase. 6. Show authentic vulnerability with balance. Vulnerability is often misunderstood. Many think it's weakness, or they swing the other way and overshare too soon. But authentic vulnerability, paired with strength, is magnetic. True vulnerability is about being honest without losing emotional control. It shows the ability to be open without seeking pity or approval. Why is this attractive? Because it creates connection. It shows depth, maturity, and emotional intelligence, traits that are rare and respected. But vulnerability must be balanced. If you only share your struggles without showing growth, it comes across as instability. How to practice this? Share when it adds value, not to offload or seek attention. Frame struggles as growth. Talk about how you've overcome, not just what you've endured. Stay composed. Express emotion without losing control. When you combine strength with sincerity, you become trustworthy, relatable, and incredibly appealing. That's the kind of man women want to follow, respect, and pursue. So there you have it. Powerful ways to naturally make women chase you. All grounded in timeless Stoic wisdom. But don't forget, this isn't about manipulation or tricks. It's about becoming a man of substance, calm, confident, and driven by purpose. The moment you stop chasing validation and start mastering yourself, you change the entire game. Women and the world are drawn to that kind of man. It's not magic, it's psychology, it's discipline, and it's available to any man willing to do the inner work.